The goal of this video is to save your life, or potentially save the life of someone else. And I want to do that economically, and I want to do that with two products that you see here. The magnetic mount phone holder by GoXT and the KM19 Bluetooth transmitter from New Galaxy. New Galaxy lists this for $19.99 on Amazon. I'll show you what it looks like on their page right here. I do not get any royalties for showing you this product on Amazon. I just happen to be an Amazon customer. And there's what the product looks like, and there's some of the specs. So the New Galaxy wireless Bluetooth FM transmitter car kit radio receiver has a 1.44-inch display, a 2.1 amp USB car charger, MP3 player, and it reads micro SD cards and USB flash drives. Now, I just happen to have a flash drive and a USB drive that we are going to put this thing through the tests with. Let me give you the scenario. This is a Saturn View. It's a 2006. Has a really decent radio in it, but it does not have Bluetooth. It does have this little auxiliary jack right here. But again, that's wires. I don't want to have to deal with wires. So I told the wife, I said, look, I'm going to go online and I'm going to research and I'm going to find you an adapter that will allow you to connect via Bluetooth to this thing and then allow this thing to play through the radio. So essentially it's a Bluetooth FM transmitter. It's kind of a dual purpose, dual in one. On the side here, you can see that you have a place to plug in a flash drive, and you can also charge a device up to 2.1 amps. It has the standard lighter plug here on the side. Here's the model number, New Galaxy KM19. Over here you have an input where you can actually plug in a cassette player like an old Walkman or even a mini disc player. Plug it into this and play it through your car stereo as well. You also have a micro SD card slot there on the side. The reason I wanted this one versus other ones that I've seen out there, and there are plenty of these online to choose from as far as FM transmitters go, is because this one has a 1.44, almost 2-inch display telling you what's going on. In fact, this one even talks, and I'll display that for you or show that to you here shortly. So let's go ahead and plug this in, and we'll get into this here in a moment. But first off, I'm going to show you the other doodad that I have up here, and that's this GoXT mount. And you say, well, how does this work? Well, you can see that I have it actually mounted to the radio display here in the front because it's a very smooth surface. It comes with two pieces of two-sided tape. One goes on the back of this plate, one goes on the back of this button. There is a plate that you attach to the back of your phone, and in this case I have a different brand one on there. But the idea is that you put this mount on your car and then you just stick your phone there. So while you're driving down the road, your vehicle is, or the sight of your phone is right there in sight. And in my case here, I've got my iPad up there on the dash. But if it was daytime, you'd see outside right now. So the idea is keep your eyes on the road. Keep a very close perspective to your phone. You can just glance down, see if someone's calling you, and decide if you want to answer them, okay? So we'll look at it under that context. By no means should you be texting and driving, okay? Unless you use voice text, and we can actually use Siri's voice text with this unit as well. So again, the car mount is a no-brainer. If you don't have one of these, you need one. Don't have your phone laying in a seat, somewhere distracting, in your purse, whatever. Just get in the habit of getting in your car and sticking it to the mount, and everything's cool after that, okay? So enough of that. Again, this one in particular came from O'Reilly Auto Parts store, but I'm a little bit more fond of the Scotch brand. You can look that up on Amazon as well, okay? So we'll put that aside. As far as the little box that this came in, the KM19 came in this little simple box. It does come with the cord that you'll need, the 3.5 millimeter adapter to connect your Sony Walkman or other non-Bluetooth device to this transmitter / receiver, okay? So there are two models of this available. One has a big long gooseneck that comes out of it, and then there's this one. And this particular one I like just because it's almost just sitting there right there flush against the dash. Not quite flush, of course, but I'd rather have it out of the way and over here rather than sitting up about this much further towards me. If you have a hard time reading, you might need the one with the longer gooseneck on it. But again, I didn't want to hassle with that. I really like the fact that this has a display on it to tell us what's going on. So the first thing I need to do is I need to pair it with my radio, and pairing it with the radio is really easy. All I do is hit the channel button and then select the frequency that I'm going to connect it to. So in my case, I went ahead and set up a preset of 88.7 on my radio, and I programmed it in. So anytime I need to make a hands-free call, all I need to do is turn on the unit here, which I do by holding this button in. See, if I hold it in, it will actually turn itself off. All right, and then when I hold it again, it comes back on. And it will even talk to me if I'm already paired with my radio. So pairing with the radio is easy. 88.7 is the frequency I chose. You'll want to pick a station that's local in your area, that's not being used locally, I should say. You can change the channel by pressing the channel button here and then scrolling through like that. And you can hear my radio responding, okay? So that's the first step. The second step is to pair your phone with this device. So that's the second thing we're going to do here, is we're going to open up the phone. And I do have a privacy screen on here. So let's, all right, so then I'm going to go into my Bluetooth settings, which is here. And then I'm going to look for my device, and it should show up as the K19. So Bluetooth pairing request, at least in this case with my iPhone, I do want to go ahead and pair it. Paired. And then it sounds like Sulu from Star Trek is telling me that my device is now paired. So before you get bored and leave me on this video, we're going to do two more things. We're going to make a phone call. I'm going to call inside the house and let you hear what the sound quality sounds like. I'm going to call my wife. And then we're also going to hear what music sounds like through this little guy, through both a micro SD card, if it'll work, it is compatible, and this Red Bull flash drive that I have, okay? All right, so now that we're paired, let's go ahead and make that phone call. And in this case, I'm going to go ahead and ask Siri to call home. Call home.
Calling home.
So everything you just saw there happened really just with the touch of my thumb to press on this button and activate Siri. But otherwise, we are now connected. You can see my wife's phone name.
Hello?
Hi, honey, it's me. I'm just calling you to test out this amazing Bluetooth wireless adapter in your car. How do I sound?
You sound clear.
Sound really good and clear?
Yes.
Okay, I'm looking at the screen now, and it says Steffi Poo on the screen, which is the name of your phone. And we're playing through FM radio 88.7 frequency. So, again, it sounds really good, right?
It does. It sounds really good. I wouldn't have known that you were doing Bluetooth.
All right. So I can control the volume of Stephanie on the phone just by turning the volume up on the radio. And there's also a volume control here that I can turn up as well. I've got it all the way up to 30. So how's dinner coming along?
It's coming along. I just put the corn muffins in the oven, and the chicken chili is simmering now.
All right. Fantastic. All right, I'm going to go ahead and hang up on you now. I appreciate you taking the call and letting our amazing audience hear your voice through this thing. Okay?
Okay. I'll see you in a little bit.
Okay, bye.
Bye.
So right here, I've got some music that's already queued up, and it's going to play in stereo through my car. You can hear that playing now.
I tried to be brave, but I hid in the dark. I sat in that cave and I prayed for a spark.
All right, so there's music played through iTunes on my phone. Now let's go ahead and see if we can get this SD card adapter to work here. And I'm just going to plug this in here on the side. Hopefully I do it right. Does it got to go in upside down? Yes, it does. So now we're listening to an MP3 played off of a micro SD card. And if I want to change tracks, all I got to do is hit this little button here. Okay, pretty cool, right? All right, so now that we know that the SD card portion of it works, let's pop that out. And I'll grab my little Red Bull one here. We'll see if it'll let us on board here. All right, so it says waiting for pairing. Okay, so maybe I've plugged it into the wrong one. Let's try this bottom one here. See if that actually gets us to play some music. Sorry, I actually lost the dome light has turned off in the car. So apparently I've lost that amount of light. I'm just going off my phone's light at this point. There we go. Now she's working. So same set of songs I've loaded on both of these devices. So you can see it all plays right there. Now this M button here, I forget what that means. I think it's the mode. Okay, so now I can switch modes. I can go to the auxiliary port here on the side. I can go to my USB drive, or I can switch back over to my Steffi Poo iPhone there, plugged in. Okay, so again, this thing is really nice. It works. It plays beautifully through the car radio. And I like the display on it as well because it communicates with me, tells me things are going and hooked up. I honestly did not know that it talked until I began making this video, because when I first set this up to test it, I hadn't already paired it with the radio at 88.7 frequency, so I didn't actually hear it talk. So hearing it talk is a treat for both of us. So again, thank you for watching this video. I recommend you go out and grab one of these from Amazon. You'll see it on their website here. You might even be able to find it cheaper somewhere else. You can see the regular price on it was like a crazy $70. So Amazon has it for $20, and you might again be able to find it someplace cheaper. So again, thank you for watching. If this video was helpful, please share it with a friend. Please subscribe to my channel by clicking that subscribe button. Leave a comment below and click on that like button as well. And again, we are very, very honored to have you aboard on the Data Bits channel. Please watch some of my other videos as well.